And a happy Saturday afternoon to you all. The subject of this video is being safe on the internet. First off, I will never contact any of you through the comment sections on any site called WhatsApp or Telegram. And I will never put a telephone number in the comments section as some sort of link. I have no financial advisors that I will ever give your name to so that you will link out to whatever bizarre link is in the comments section. So please just be aware of that, and please never respond to anything you see like that. Always ignore it. Don't report it. I'm telling you, don't report it. If you report it, it gets 10 times worse. So just ignore it. At the end of the day, my session on my computer, I always clear my internet browsing history. I always use a McAfee is my antivirus, which is it's a commercial one, and it's okay. It's not great, but it has a utility called Quick Clean, which researches across the computer and finds any spurious cookies and stuff and cleans that out. Then I go to what's called Shredder, which Shredder is a very comprehensive cleaning utility which I use on my temporary internet files, and I clean them out. And then I may do a short scan or a long scan, all depending on what I feel like. A virus scan. But also, something else that you need to do is to go into your settings for your whatever search engine you use. If you use Google, it's in Google settings. If you use Microsoft, I forget what it is, Live or whatever it is. Anyway, there's a setting in Google. I'll use Google as the example, where it says site cookies and permissions. And it gives a list, and you'll be surprised at all of the websites that have permission to put a cookie on your computer and thereby see all your personal information. Now, if you use a VPN, this is a lot less of a problem, but it really depends on you maintaining your computer. Also, one other thing I would say is if you're not using your computer, it's always advantageous to turn the damn thing off, because when it's turned off, it helps you control access to your computer. Now, the on-off button on a computer doesn't mean much anymore, because if you're connected to the internet and you have a cookie on your computer that lets someone reach into your computer, it can turn itself on. And that was always a trip to me, that your computer, and now they're making smart televisions that I just saw in Japan, they'll actually turn on by themselves. It's the same principle as when your iPhone or your Android phone turns itself on to deliver a warning about a kidnapped kid or a weather emergency. So we're heading into a time when you really, to cut off things, you've got to cut the power off or unplug it from the wall. When it comes to battery-powered devices like phones and laptops, that becomes real problematic. But anyway, the bottom line is, please be careful responding to anything you see on any YouTube comment site, actually any comment site on the internet. Please maintain your computer by keeping it as clean as possible. As much as I would love to be playing games like Fortnite on my computer, the proprietary program that downloads to your computer opens a doorway that hackers can use to attack your computer. I mean, the permissions that are required to run a gaming program real time to exchange information between your computer and the internet are so comprehensive that it actually can remove your control over your internet information. I also try to be, I don't do any financial information on my computers. The banks have a very invested program to keep themselves from getting hacked. And if you are not accessing your bank account or any other accounts through your home computer, if your account gets hacked, you can always say, look, that didn't happen from my home computer because I don't do that. I don't have that stuff. I have no utility, no ability to get on my computer at home and access my banking information. Of course, this means that you have to be a little bit more proactive and responsible in your banking transactions, but there's protection in that. So, anyway, I just wanted to tell people that be careful on your computer. Please don't respond to anything you see that looks wacky on any YouTube comment site. And please never ever post or subscribe to my channel and say subscribe, comment, or subscribe, or I will unsubscribe. Because if you do that, I'm just not going to respond to you. It's very disappointing to see people so completely clueless that they don't realize you can ignore them. You can ignore them. On the internet, you don't have to respond. You know, if somebody, this is what I would say to children who are on texting websites like Twitter, which I don't really recommend because especially, well, it goes from young boys or young girls. There are always people who hammer them about their physical appearance when they're just fine. They're fine. They're okay. They're great. But these people are monsters, and they look for a way to attack your kid's spirit. And they will recruit your child's friends to attack your kid's spirit. And frankly, it's terrible. So I would tell people that if you get ugliness on your computer and it's repeated, just turn it off. If you get ugliness on your phone, just turn it off. If you get ugliness on Twitter, for God's sakes, just turn it off. You don't have to take that shit. You can go outside and the sun can shine on you, and the birds still chirp for you, and the groundhogs still run for you, and the cats still go meow, and the dogs still go woof, woof, woof. And your neighbors look at you and smile, and you can get out there in the real world and see people, actual real people. You go down to the store. Go down to 7-Eleven, man. Get you a big gulp of something. Not soda. I don't know what you're going to get that's not full of poison, but get something that's not full of poison. Go to the person working behind the counter and be nice to them. You know? Smile at somebody. Don't let this thing determine your happiness. This website I have exists only to promote something good that I leave behind. And I know that this is permanent. And people should know that everything you post on the internet is permanent. It never goes away. Including your ugly comments. If you post an ugly comment, you better be able to back it up. You better be able to explain why you said it. Otherwise, don't make it. I really recommend that you don't make ugly comments. You can be constructively resistant to stupidity and not be ugly. So that's just what I wanted to say. Thank you for watching my videos. If I subscribe to your channel, it is my pleasure. If I don't, please don't be angry at me. But if it means that much to you that I must subscribe to your channel, if you subscribe to my channel, then don't subscribe. Okay? I'm not looking to gather a group of people on the internet who will follow me. I'm just here to show you what works for me, and maybe it'll work for you, and maybe the fights that you're having in your life will be just a little bit less, you know. So in the middle of that, we've got to deal with all this ugliness that's slinging around YouTube, and also Twitter and every other internet site, because people continue to believe that they can treat people way worse on the internet than they can in real life, and that's just not the case. You should always conduct yourself like you're talking to someone face to face, and if you're going to say something to someone's face, you better be able to back it up. Because normally on the street, if you say something ugly to somebody, you might be eating your own teeth. You know? It's funny how that scenario has a tendency to keep people from saying ugly things to people on the street. And please be kind to everyone you meet. If you meet an old person, realize that, man, they've had a crappy life, but then they've had a wonderful life, and they've made it this far. Hold the door open for them. Help them lift a 12-pack of water in their car or whatever. Don't expect nothing in return. Just say thank you. And if you're nice to somebody and they don't return it, just realize that they might be having some real serious shit going on in their life. They might have a relative who's dying, or a child who's dying, or somebody who just died, and their head might not be in the right place, or they might be working a job that sucks completely, and they got to work it because they need the money to pay their bills, to feed their family, to feed themselves. They might be looking at a job that's winding down, and they don't have options, and they're looking this month at the end of being able to have a place to live. So just remember that when you're smiling at someone and you're saying, let me get that door for you. Most of the time people say thank you. I had to laugh because this happened about 5 years ago. I was in the middle of something. I think it might have been something, just having a real bad week. And I came through a door at the post office, and the lady was walking through the door. I didn't even see her. And she goes, I guess chivalry is dead. And I turned around, I looked at her, I said, oh, I am so sorry. I went back, I held the door. I'm sorry. I didn't even, my head is in a scrambled egg place. So just be nice to each other, please, and watch out for yourself on the internet, and have a great day, and make someone smile. I'm asking you. I'm not telling you. Whenever the world is ugly to you, don't accept that into your spirit. Don't let that bite and then pass that on. Let that hit you and bounce off, and then right to the person who said that ugliness to you, say, I hope you have a nice day. God bless you. And they may cuss you out a blue streak and say, I'm gonna pray for you twice as much now. Have a great day. And so I just wanted to tell you to be careful and don't respond to any ugly comments you see, And please have a great day, and thank you for watching this video. Everybody, have a great Saturday and Sunday. Have a good one. Peace.